Let's talk about one of the most personal pieces of technology we own. You know what I'm talking about. The device that basically creates a private soundtrack for our entire lives. Headphones.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Whether you're on a packed train, getting a workout in at the gym, or just trying to find a little focus at your desk, headphones have become this indispensable extension of who we are.
So where did these things even come from? And how in the world did they get so intelligent? It's a pretty wild journey. From this clunky workplace tool to the smart, noise-canceling gadgets we can't live without. So let's dive into the surprising story of personal sound.
Okay, so the first thing you need to get your head around is that headphones, well, they weren't invented for music at all. Not even close. They were created for workers to solve a really practical problem.
Yep, exactly that. Picture this. It's the 1880s, and the very first users are telephone switchboard operators. They needed their hands free to connect all those calls, so they wore this single earpiece contraption on their head. This was all about efficiency, not entertainment.
Things started to change, but slowly. I mean, back in the 1890s, London had this wild system called the electrophone. It let you listen to live opera through these massive headphones hooked up to your phone line. Then in 1910, Nathaniel Baldwin creates a much more modern-looking headset for the U.S. Navy. But the real game-changing moment? That didn't come until 1958, all thanks to a guy named John C. Coss.
And this was the big one. This was the fundamental shift. Headphones went from being a functional single-ear tool for professionals to a high-fidelity stereo experience designed for nothing but your personal enjoyment. The whole reason for headphones to exist was completely flipped on its head. So yeah, remember this year, 1958. This is the year the Koss SP/3 stereo headphones made the whole idea of a private concert, right in your own living room, a reality. Everything changed right here.
But see, that private concert was still stuck at home, tethered by a cord. The next great leap was all about taking that personal sound bubble and making it mobile, taking the music out onto the streets.
And when the Sony Walkman hit the scene in 1979, it created what sociologists call the Walkman effect. All of a sudden, it was totally normal to see people walking around, riding the bus, just living their lives completely absorbed in their own private world of sound.
I mean, this was a massive cultural shift. Your daily commute suddenly had its own custom soundtrack. Public parks became private concert halls. And this era gave us two things we totally take for granted now. Those tiny in-ear earbuds, and of course, the 3.5mm headphone jack that was the king for decades.
Okay, so let's fast forward to today. Now we have the opposite problem, right? There is just an overwhelming amount of choice. So let's do a quick breakdown of the main types of headphones, or cans, as a lot of people call them.
You've basically got three main flavors. First, you have the big ones, circumaural, or over-ear. They totally surround your ear, which is great for comfort and blocking out noise. Then there's supraaural, or on-ear, which are lighter and just, well, they rest on top of your ears. And finally, you've got in-ears, which go right into your ear canal for the best portability and noise blocking.
Now for those bigger, over-ear headphones, there's one more really key thing to know. Open back versus closed back. Open back headphones literally have grills on the outside so sound can move freely. It sounds more natural, kind of like listening to speakers. But everyone around you can hear it too. Closed back headphones seal that sound in. That gives you much better noise isolation. So, simple rule of thumb, open back for quiet listening at home, closed back for pretty much everywhere else.
And that, of course, brings us to the two biggest innovations in recent memory. Finally cutting the cord with wireless tech, and then the real magic, actively silencing the world around us.
So how does that noise cancellation wizardry actually work? It's kind of brilliant. There's a tiny microphone on the outside that listens to all the noise around you. The engine drone, the office chatter. The chip inside instantly creates the exact opposite sound wave, what they call anti-noise. When that anti-noise wave hits the real noise, poof, they cancel each other out, creating that incredible pocket of silence.
But, and this is a big but, all this incredible power comes with a serious responsibility. Health organizations are pretty clear that your average listening level really shouldn't go above 85 decibels. You go above that for too long, and you can start to cause real, permanent hearing damage.
So look, the crucial takeaway here is just to listen smart. Use that noise cancellation so you don't have to crank the volume. Every so often, give your ears a break. And, this should go without saying, but be aware of what's going on around you. Your safety comes first.
It's pretty amazing, right? We've gone from a simple tool just to free up a person's hands to a device that can literally reshape our perception of the world around us. So it really makes you wonder, what problem will the next generation of headphones solve?